Hello, that was the Fort of Fortune, and here I spawned. So I climbed onto the roof of the tavern to see what was going on there. Two brigantines were fighting, so I shot myself at the fort to see how far the process had progressed. I immediately saw a player who was completing the waves. If there were headshots in this game, this would have been won. As you have heard, the player comes back using a cannon. Just when I was about to put some pressure on the brigantine, I heard a firearm behind me. At this moment it was not smart to shoot someone on the brigantine, since the other player was on the island. And so I died deservedly. Back on my sloop, I made my way back to the island. Theoretically, you can hide the entire FOF loot behind these two barrels. I don't know why I'm boarding this brigantine when I'm going to die anyway. At least I got on the brigantine, despite the ladder guard. But then I messed it up. Back on my ship, I saw that the sloop was now also involved. So I hid my ship where no one would expect it, namely on Thieves 7. And as so often, I started rowing. After 6 minutes of rowing, I finally reached one of the fort's cannon towers. I parked the rowboat near the tower so I wouldn't get a mermaid. Meanwhile, a sloop had docked at the fort and the boss wave had begun. I had not even noticed the approach of a brigantine until it fired at the sloop. The sloop sank. As you can see here, sometimes the boss was way too close to my hiding spot. Then finally, they killed the boss. Suddenly another sloop came and rammed the island. That was very suspicious. The sloop just sank and I saw someone swimming towards the island. I wondered about the skeleton sloop in the distance. But that's just a side note. Then my suspicions were confirmed. I was not the only one tucking here. The brigantine moved into loot position. The other tucker sword launched towards the brig. There you can see him climbing up the ladder of the brigantine hiding down below. But someone was still on the island, whom the crew of the brigantine now successfully killed. When the brigantine thought there was no one left on the island, they opened the vault. Because I parked my rowboat very close by, I still didn't get a mermaid. There they prepare the first mega keg for harpooning. After seeing how many ships were fighting for this fortress just a short while ago, I would have definitely blown up the mega kegs. But they made it easy for me and even stored them at the front of their ship. Well, it's their own fault, I would say. We heard that the tucker also died in the explosion. I think that's a bit funny. One of the crew of the brigantine wanted, just like me, to harpoon the loot with my harpoon rowing boat. But I screwed up the TDM again, maybe because I got stuck on the rock. Oh my god, but I think I would have died anyway. When I arrived with my ship, one of the brig rowed away with all the loot. Up ahead you can see the brigantine coming again. and they are quite close. I really had to hurry to dock the rowboat to my sloop in time. Now they were after me, and they wouldn't give up that easily. First, I wanted to sell the winning conditions. So I sailed past Ancient Spire Outpost to get rid of the chest of fortune, and kept running away like a coward. I then sailed against the wind to Ashen Reaches and from there to Morrow's Peak to sell the Athena chest. I think the brigantine thought I had dropped the rowboat at Ashen Reaches, because they were staying there for a long time. Anyway, the brigantine was far behind me, and after 15 minutes of sailing, I was finally able to sell at Sanctuary Outpost. If you were able to watch this video up to this point, please leave a like.